Namaste. In this session, we will learn about the serial communication programming in 8051 controller. The objective of today's session is to understand the serial port peripheral programming in assembly language, and the expected outcome is to develop the logic, understand the algorithm, and test that algorithm by develop the code in Keil Microvision MDK. So let us see the statement. The statement is here: develop assembly language program for 8051 microcontroller to receive data serially, send back with additional character plus at the speed of 9600 bps and assume crystal oscillator frequency 11.0592 megahertz. This is the given statement. So to develop this program, let us do some brainstorming first. So to understand this problem, what we have to do, we have to just first write the initialization routine to initialize the peripherals. Then second step is we have to write the subroutine to receive data serially. Then the third step is to write the subroutine to send back that data serially. The first step, second step to develop the subroutine, and third step to send that data serially. So let us discuss first the initialization of peripherals. In serial communication, we are using actually two peripherals. The first one is the timer 1, which we are used here to generate the baud rate, and second is the serial peripheral itself. So in timer 1, we have to program the control register first. So for serial communication, timer 1 is always programmed in mode 2, that is the outer load mode, right? To program that in this mode, we have to write 20H in TMOD register. Then to get the desired baud rate, we have to program the data register of timer 1. So for 9600 baud rate at XTL is equal to 11.0592 megahertz, we have to put hex value FDH in TH1 register. So the code to initialize the timer 1 will become move tmod comma hash 20h and move th1 comma hash 0 fdh. This is the assembly code which we have to write to initialize this timer 1. Second peripheral here is the serial peripheral, which supports 4 operating modes. As per our statement, we have to select the mode 1, that is 8-bit data mode with 1 stop bit and 1 start bit. So this serial communication have 2 registers associated with it. This first one is the control register, that is the SCON. So to program this in the mode 1, we have to put hash 50H value in this register. Second register is the S buffer register, that is SPUF. This register have the responsibility to store the data which serial communication is receiving, right? And while we have to transmit the data, we have to write that data into this register. So to initialize this register, the code will become move SCON comma hash 50H. So with this information, we have to develop the subroutine to send the data first. This is the algorithm to send the data. First, we have to load the value which we want to send in the S buffer register, and then we have to wait when this TI flag is get set, right? This is the indication that successfully our data is sent from the controller through the serial communication, and after that we have to clear TI flag to make it ready for the next cycle. Then this is the assembly code for this subroutine. Here the first step is to load S buffer with data which we want to send. So here we are sending the accumulator to S buffer register. And when this S buffer register is loaded with some value, automatically in the backend subroutine is going to send that data one by one through the serial communication. We have to wait here by using this instruction JNB-TI, right? When this TI flag is going to be get set, when this flag gets set, controller will move out from this routine, and immediate after that we have to clear this TI flag to make it ready for the next cycle and RET to come out from this subroutine. Next is the algorithm to receive data serially. To receive data serially, we have to check RI flag whether it is set or not. When this flag is set, it means the received byte placed in the S buffer register. So in the second step, we have to move S buffer register to the accumulator or save this S buffer data in somewhere else. And after receiving that data, we have to clear RI flag to start the reception for the next cycle. Now let us see the complete code for this. This is the assembly code for a receive subroutine. First, we are here waiting for RI flag will get set. When this flag will get set, this will come out from this loop, and immediately after that we are moving S buffer register to the accumulator, and then we are clearing RI flag and RET to get out from this subroutine and move towards the main routine. Now let us see the complete code. So this is the complete code for serial communication. Actually, this code have divided into the 4 parts. The first one is the initialization routine. Right, we are using this routine to initialize the hardware first. That is, first we load tmod register with 20h value, that to set timer 1 in the mode 2, that is the auto load mode. To set the 9600 baud rate, here we load th1 with 0fd value, and to set the serial communication mode, here we load hash 50h in the SCON register, and to start this process we are starting the timer here. This is the main routine, right? In the main routine, first we are calling the receiving subroutine by using this instruction acall recv, right? So when this instruction calls, it jumps from here to this routine, and here it is waiting for RI flag, means waiting for the data to receive. When the data is received here, that move to the accumulator, this flag get clear, and from here it is returned back to here, right? Immediate after that we send the data, we call transmit subroutine. So by using this instruction acall trans, the control of the controller is shift towards here, and here what we are doing, here we are transferring this accumulator data to the S buffer register, and we are waiting for timer flag to get set. When the timer flag gets set, it means that content in the accumulator move to the S buffer register, and those contents are transferred to the serial communication to the other device. Then we are clearing this flag here, and with the help of this return instruction, we are come out from this subroutine to here, right? Since there is a statement, we have to receive the data serially and send that data back at the same platform by adding the character plus. So here we are adding the character plus, means we are loading plus, that is the ASCII value in the accumulator, and again we call the acall trans, that is the transmit subroutine. And when this process get over, again this loop comes here, means it starts waiting for receiving the another data. So let us check this code in the Keil MDK Microvision. So you can see here, this is the code which we develop right now, that is move tmod comma hash 20h, move th1 comma hash 0fth. This is the same code. Okay, so to check this code, let me start the debugging session. Since here I am using the evaluation mode, it is showing this message that is running with code size limit 2K. Click on OK. This process will start the simulator. The data which this code is going to be sent or the receive, you will see that data here in this window, UART #1. So let me start run this simulation. I am by pressing the run button. Okay, now from my keyboard I am typing P. So it is returning P plus, means from here I am sending this data P to the controller and that is returning back P plus, and this is our statement. Let us try with some other character. Right now I am sending a character capital A. It returns back A plus. So thanks for watching this video with a message that everyone should know how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. Thank you.